Okay, I don't know where to look there. Good morning. Now you have discussed the ending of Animal Farm, and I'm going to go through the instructions for your discussion essay, and hopefully you can see it on the PowerPoint. You have it on Examine as well, so you can check at home. So it's divided into 5 paragraphs, as usual. So the first one, you should have a title and an introduction. And the title is Animal Farm by George Orwell. Your introduction should tell the reader what kind of book is it, the genre, satire, allegory, etc. In which historical context was it written? It took place during the Russian Revolution in 1917, hence the context is also during the Second World War. So you have to discuss the historical context of the novel. And did Orwell write other famous books? Of course he did. For instance, 1984 that we have discussed in class. And finally, in your introduction, what will you discuss? Mainly the 2 paragraphs where you have picked something, a quote, an event, course of events, character development throughout the books, change of the commandments, whatever. You tell the reader, this I'm going to discuss. That's the first paragraph. In your second paragraph, this you are familiar with from previous years, you should do a plot summary, not too long, not too short. I would say maximum 20 sentences. And it should cover the whole book. So the key events from the beginning till the end. And only in this paragraph you should write the summary in the present tense. Okay, takes place. They do this and that. And you should try to use in this paragraph throughout the text some literary terms as protagonist, antagonist, setting, climax, turning points, allegory, etc., etc. For instance, Old Major gathers all the animals in the manor farm for a meeting in the barn, the present tense, holding the 7 commandments. The third paragraph, well, this is the key or the crucial part of your text, is where you choose either a quote or you describe something or some things from the book that you will discuss, perhaps. A quote which you reflect on, and compare to reality. Okay, what do they say in the book, and what are the real events within communism during Stalin, Trotsky, Lenin, Karl Marx, what happened in the Soviet Union at the time that this book takes place. You can compare ideologies, give examples from the book. So, or you can describe different events throughout the book. For instance, Napoleon, at the beginning he was like this, and then this happened, which changed, was a turning point, etc., etc. If you quote, you need to write the surname of the book, Orwell, the year it was published, and the page number. Okay? The fourth paragraph is just like the third. The only difference is that you choose something else to analyze. You are familiar with this from last year's kind of structure of the Absolutely True Diary of a Persian Indian. Again, you could choose a quote or quotes, not too long though, or examples if you want to describe something. This happened when, or boxer who was the admiration of everyone, who had these mottos throughout the book, blah, blah, blah. So you analyze something, compare to reality, for instance, communist, or other isms, if you want, England, Germany, allies during the World War, etc. You could also use an idiom. Now we've been talking about horse idioms, we have used dog idioms, cat idioms, etc. If it comes naturally, show me that you know and manage one of these idioms. Why not? And again, if you quote, Orwell, 1945, and the page number. The last paragraph, you sum up your ideas and your interpretation. Why do you think George Orwell sat down for 4 months writing this book, published it eventually in 1945? What was his purpose of writing this? What is the message he wants to transmit to us readers? Okay. So to summarize, there are 5 paragraphs: introduction, plot summary, analysis, and conclusion. You remember my hand. Tip strip. Think of sentence length. If you have information, short sentences; descriptive characters, longer sentences. Use linking words if you want to add information in addition. If you want to sum up something, perhaps to sum up, in my opinion, etc., etc. Try to use your very best English, a formal level of English. Use literary words. Idiom is not considered to be formal, but whereas we've been working with idioms, perhaps it's suitable somewhere you can just tuck it in, okay? And use many literary words, because this is a literary essay. Okay. And before you hand it in, you will write during a few classes on exam, but before you hand it in, reread. Do I start with uppercase letter, full stops, commas? Do I use uppercase letters for I, nationality words, etc., etc.? 600 to 1,000 words. And as I said, you will write on exam. And when you fill in your dates, it's very important that you fill in your email address, because you start writing one lesson, and then you will get another lesson to continue writing, and the code to end the exam will be sent to your email. So therefore, it's very important that you check that you type your correct email address. And then you might get a few days to finish it before you hand it in. I will give you instructions on its learning. And you may bring, of course, you may use the book, obviously. And this time, no formative assessment, is just a one-time essay. The assessment sheet you find on its learning, it's enclosed. What I will assess when I grade your essay. So this one is enclosed on its learning, you can find it there. Okay. If you have any questions, you can just email me. It will be interesting to read your texts. Okay. Good luck.